hello, 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 hello. Okay, it sounds like I can hear myself now. Just gonna go ahead and turn this back up and check it out and see. Okay, great. We have audio now. Now we can play the game. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I know this is always a hassle with me. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, guys. But I thank you all for being here and being patient while I do all this. Anyways, let's dive into the game. I played through this before, but I didn't finish it. I don't know how far ahead I got into it. As far as it being here for the horror game aspect, it's simply just because it's monsters, it's a vampire, and it's got some kind of like dark horror gothic themes. It's not scary, but it does use monsters. The same thing that I was doing Control with, which I will get back to that someday. And the first episodes disappear, which means I'll have to do them again, but hey, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Excuse me. Like, I just like how pretty this game is, honestly. Let's see, in here, let's see that top isn't my save file, that's a friend's. This is, we're gonna be starting a new one, and we are in, take the second. Actually, you know what, let's take the last one, that way I know it, I'll never forget it. And options, we have subtitles on, subtitle size, medium, speaker, let's have off for no spoilers, gameplay, everything, normal, audio, set to 10, let's see, let's put it at an 8 so that way it doesn't overpower what I'm saying, or, actually, you know what, we put it at a 9, 9 overall sounds about right. Late night cars going past, let's see, video, set brightness, do we want it a bit dark? We'll actually keep it at the basics actually, we'll do that, and let's start our new game. Okay, we are going to play as... You know what, we're gonna do normal mode, because I want to, let's see then, which normal mode is, let's see, I don't know if you guys can see that, I'll just read on the story mode. Play Vampire with low challenge. This will cut an important part of the experience. It will allow you to enjoy the story and explore with little danger. Combat is very easy. There is no reward for finishing this mode without killing any citizens, so you can kill everybody. Normal mode. Play the original Vampire experience. Character progression is faster if you kill citizens. Combat difficulty is linked to the number of citizens you kill. And then we have hard mode. Play Vampire in a more challenging way. Your power as a vampire is tied to the citizens you choose to embrace. Enemies are harder to kill and hit harder. Experience points rewarded by killing enemies in combat are reduced. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We want to enjoy the story and have some fun gameplay, so we're just gonna start in normal mode. Okay, the more lives you take, the easier the game will be. Last time I played this, I was like trying to keep as many people alive as I could. I didn't want to be seen as a monster. I don't know. I guess we'll just go with the flow in this mode, you know? I won't be killing everyone though, so I'll only kill those who attack me. So, yeah, that's it. We're just gonna kill the people that attack us. Let's see.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts spawn from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Okay. Dank-ass cutscene. Dank ass cutscene. Also,
Since the
audio a little bit, I may need to turn it down some more, just because it's so,
to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars.
It looks like ashes. Anyways, I might have to turn the game volume down a bit more because it runs pretty loud, and I want you guys to be able to hear me and the game without our voices fighting over each other.
A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Here we go. We back. Just a bunch of corpses. And here's our vampire Fang Daddy in the flesh. Before we go any further, I'm just gonna go ahead and do some audio tests. I don't think I can skip this, but I think I can adjust the audio. So I'm just gonna turn it up a bit and see how loud it is compared to my voice. Just gonna put it down to like a 7. Because it is pretty loud. I feel like a 7 is... Okay, so let's go back and turn up the game volume, at least on my end. Actually, no, wait. Wait, hold up. Sorry, I have the headset on. I'm echoing. I'm just gonna go ahead and check and see how loud it is compared to the game. Seems pretty good, honestly. Seems really good. So we could just go ahead and start gameplay now. Alright, let's... Wait, I have to turn up headset in my ears. Okay. Follow the red. Alright. Honestly, when I first saw the sequence, I thought it was so damn cool. Because look at it. I'm just following the trail of red. Just look at it. Okay. And that's, of course, a person. Yeah, bro, that eternal thirst be getting like that. Homeboy, see that red barrel of Hawaiian punch? I bet you that heartbeat looks like one of them little like barrel juices that you get. goth people wait for. Daddy! It's pretty rad though, honestly. I like how when he drinks the blood, it's what brings him back to sanity because he just has to feed. I love vampire lore. It's so unique and diverse. There's so many different things about it. So many different layers of like what vampires do what.
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. Mary.
No. His first blood was his sister. Huh. Don't know about you guys, but the audio was coming in scuffed on my end. Are you sure that's his sister? Did he just kiss her on the lips?
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Yeah, now's the time to run.
These patrols are after me.
Yeah, that thing I like about. Oh shit!
No,
Did it dodge?
don't shoot!
Okay.
This is a nightmare.
I just have circle, which is like a stumble thing. Pressing R3, and I got.
I need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's go, because they're not giving me any extra buttons. But I do like how we have this, and you can see it's turning daybreak too. So we gotta go. Oh,
no,
Pain.
Please stop. I mean, you know harm.
Yeah, you don't know it yet, buddy, but we know it. That is death. We gotta go.
What's going on?
We gotta go.
Oh, Mary.
A fresh vamp chased in the daylight? Yeah, nah, bro. This
What's
is like...
all this about?
Oh, wait. Can I take this? Can I take this?
Let it go.
Yes.
No. I can defend myself.
Yes. Okay. Take that. We're not gonna hurt anyone unless they try to hurt us.
Who are you?
Don't.
Stay back.
Okay, let's go. I got it. I can get past you, right? Bro, nah. I don't want to lock. Oh, crap. I wonder if I can get out of this Detroit without killing. Because it's not so much.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Fuck. Okay, fine. I guess I have to. Where you at, buddy?
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
For real, like. Oh, why is that so scuffed? Is that scuffed for you guys too? Maybe it's just bad wiring. Okay. Sorry. Oh gosh. No.
Sorry.
Yeah, if y'all would just stop chasing me, I would love that.
No, please, stop!
Oh! Quick time. Shook.
Who are you?
Okay, and... Sidestep. Oh, and a stamina bar. Okay.
What do you want?
Oh, this is very Bloodborne. So attacking takes up stamina too. Everything will take up stamina. Does health regen? No, it does not. And this is, I guess, a smelting of whatever they call it. I don't know. But yeah, what I like about vampire.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech!
Just
Please,
run.
listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's sake? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
So if I'm not trying to immediately eat you, doesn't that mean that
The
like
sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Yeah, sunlight.
I need to find somewhere to hide.
Oh fuck! What do you have, buddy?
Let me go!
Oh, that looks painful. Sprint. Oh, fuck. Okay. So holding down certain shelter. Run. Okay, so stamina, stamina, stamina. Got it. Watch stamina gauge. Stamina's
Is anybody there?
We're gonna upgrade. We want to be able to move more. If we can move more, we can dodge more. So, but yeah, what I like about vampire tiers is that there's different tiers of vampires. You know, not if like I like how in some vampire lore that
I should be
when
safe
you
enough
get
here.
bit, depending on what type of vampire bits you, that determines whether or not you're gonna be a vampire or be like what's called a thrall, which is whether you're just like under their power, or when you'll be like a fully vampire. Also, I like how for some it's just one bite with like some of it with like any type of blood transfer, or for another it's like you have to be fully drained because if you get transferred with and you're still alive with blood, like, and I also like how not all of them have the whole you need to have dirt from your homeland as one of the in your coffin at all times. Some can't cross running water, some can. All are weak to silver, all are weak to sunlight, all are weak to garlic, you know. Vampires are one of my like favorite monster types. I'm not gonna lie. I know they get seen as like stuck up and like pretentious, but they're not. They're just high society, you know? And that's kind of what a lot of them know is to be nobles. So we will be reading the notes in this playthrough. Fire and Sun. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire. I guess that's actually a good derogatory name for vampires to call them leeches. But leeches do not fear the sun or fire, and they do not burst into flame or ashes when they are caught under the rays of daylight. But it hurts them good, really good. I have personally chained a vampire to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. Oh, this is a new one. I cut its head off to finally destroy it, and when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch. Prewin leader. Prywin, I guess, I don't know. But that's a new one. I forgot that in this one, sunlight doesn't kill vampires, but it does weaken them immensely. That's a good note, but that's also kind of fucked because there's some notes we gotta collect. Good, I'm wrong about lore, but yeah, that's just a good note. Sunlight doesn't always kill vamps. We've got 5 shillings. Okay, nice coinage. What's this? Cutscene. Light's getting in my eyes.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Yeah, just had to dim the light a bit. But yeah, I like how the first thing he does is just be like, I'm going to find who made me kill my sister. That's a good first thing to do. He's a good brother. Is this progress? Yeah, but I don't know if that's hard progress or not. Just gonna do a bit more exploration. Pretty sure if we lay on like a bed, that'll like make us like stop. Bottle of alcohol. That's right, because you can do crafting in here. It's pretty fun. Dead body. Was it a vamp or was it murd? Ooh. Vamp? Question mark?
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings.
I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
My bad. I was waiting. I was kicking. I was sitting up to put on my blanket. And yeah, I'm pretty much not camera appropriate. My bad. I'm just in my room. I'm not nude or anything, but what I have on is not something that would get me. It would get me in trouble. But yeah, I'm just glad. Thought I had an accident there, but thankfully none. But yeah, so just like all vampires, he's just a dead body come back to life. More shillings, cracked mirror. Oh, yeah, and this one, I think it's a detective style thing too. Also, how can you see in that? That is.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool. Who goes there? A prayer for the summoned by warring storm. A child born from darkness must take scent of his path. Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
That was his
I
death.
still have so much left that needs doing.
Okay. Let's see. This doesn't know it doesn't show how long I've been streaming. Good. Cutscene time. Drugs? Oh. Maybe a combo. Nice little revolver. Did they have revolvers back then?
There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Nice. That's a good doctor.
No, it never got easy.
I forgot who they were at war with. Use revolver. Okay, details. Oh, and that's right. There's like different levels to the guns in here too. It's all really nice. I love how they built this game. It just looks good. It looks good. It's a really good indie game, and I would like to see this company put out more games and also see more games like this. And that's the pieces that you need. Da 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 da. Okay, and this is a firearm. Okay, some modules and okay, I have none right now. Junk would be wash, which I can sell, bottle of alcohol, which I use for crafting. Okay. Any more notes? Okay, this bed is gonna be progress. That's a fact. Okay. Bloody diary. Okay. 15th October. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. 16th October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they're digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed, and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes. and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital tomorrow, but it's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th October. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She is so frail now it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house to protect us from looters. 21st October. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into the giant hole. The smell is horrible. We should have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refuses to leave. She'd rather die, she said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? 22nd October. Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd October. I cannot sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in. But I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It will not be long. I pray God will end it soon. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. She was panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. Night 25th October. The house is silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky is dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. So, in the space of what? A week and a half, almost 2 weeks, the city has gone to shit. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, the city has gone to just shit. And this is how fast the vampire thing takes, it looks like. A few days? How long did he say it took her? Let's see then. So on the 15th, talk about her being sick. And the 22nd. So it takes a week. That's fairly long. Most vampire stuff, it's either, immediate, overnight, or it takes like several days sometimes for someone to fully transition. I guess how long it takes for the body to fully die and stuff like that. I don't know. I was writing a vampire novel at one point. So that's why I know all this stuff. I just love vamps and I was like looking up the different ways for them and everything. It's pretty interesting. Anything more in this house? Let's see. Nothing there. Let me try to check that door. Not this one, but let's see. Can I get into this one?
The sun is high. I cannot leave now.
That's an exit. Gotcha. Okay. Can run in-house. Double tap for a dodge. Okay, and then we just... Alright. So now we're just gonna go to bed and rest up.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
A living nightmare. I don't know why I'm yawning. I had a long ass nap today.
So be it.
Oh. I forgot this part. Oh, shit. Oh.
Rational thinking only.
I have to shoot? Or can I avoid it? Man, I have depression. I don't want to play a game where I gotta shoot myself. That's pretty nice. Woo! I like that they made that the effect. I like that. Damn it, I have to. Oh, shit. The blood is wet. It's got a wet texture. I like that. It's Bloodborne. It's wet. In a game about vamps, though, you gotta have some blood. It has to be a bit wet. Damn it, though. That is depressing. Ugh. Ugh.
This is absolute madness. I've
Yeah.
lost touch with the real.
You just tried to kill yourself, buddy.
As it is. As
Jeez.
mad as the moon. Who takes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Okay. Okay. How do beds allow you to evolve and rest? Spending experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Next to continue. Oh, so these are all the different abilities we can get. Blood barrier, defensive, aggressive, ultimates, tacticals, bite attacks, hard biting, fast regen. Ooh, okay. Body condition, blood, cartridge bag, medical bag. I like these level ups. So we're level 1 right now. Uh, let's see. 200 healing. Cost 10 stamina. Recovery is 3 seconds. Drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Yeah, that should be a basic vampire move. Okay. Select the first one of autophagy and select enough XP to unlock it. Okay. I like the art here. Do you see that? That looks good. Okay. Autophagy. Or autophagy. Autophagy? I don't know. Let's say autophagy. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Autophagy. The vampire. Okay, you know what? No. We're gonna ask Google because this is actually important to me now. How do you pronounce autophagy? Autophagy. We are going on to damn Google. Okay. Autophagy. It is autophagy. Okay. Now let's try auto. Okay. Okay. So that worked. Autophagy. No. No, 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 no. Autophagy. Okay. Autophagy. Yeah, it's and let me just press it to make sure it's heard right.
Autophagy. Autophagy.
Autophagy. Okay. Autophagy. Okay. Autophagy. So I was close. Instead of autophagy, it's autophagy. Autophagy. Whatever. I'm high again. Um, autophagy. It's a passive skill. The vampire uses the power of his blood to heal normal and aggravated damage, increasing his flesh, nerve, and bone regeneration. Broken. With time, this vampiric ability can be extremely powerful and is sure to surprise any unwary vampire hunter. We think of vampires as immortal, but if you can block their natural regenerative capabilities, they are more vulnerable than you think. So we have autophagy. We're gonna spend 600 of our points to get that. Okay, so that's level 1. Can we get... Oh no, level 2 needs 6. You drain your own blood to heal normal aggravated damage instantly. Okay. Okay, load will feel stronger. Press circle to go back. So what else do we need? Increase your blood capacity. Increase your bite absorption. So do we want to have... Oh, that's a level 3 ability. We gotta have some aggressive attacks. We have claws. A close range strike that will cut through all the living creatures in front of you. That's close. That's nice. Okay. Blood spear. You throw a spear made of blood which can pass through enemies in front of you. Nice. That can go any range. Okay. I want to play a distance game here. So, uh Like, I'm gonna get some close range abilities, but I generally want them to stay back. Thinking how if I was a vampire, I'd prefer to leave my enemies at a distance so I don't have to worry about anyone getting close to me. And that way I can keep myself healing. I gotta make them play a distance game. Anyways, Shadow, what is this? Shadow Mist. Place a cloud of shadows at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. Blood Spear. That costs 1,000 blood. Ooh, I can only get one. Dang. Blood Mist costs also 1,000. Okay, so costs 20 blood. Okay, and this is a 5-second recovery. Place a cloud of shadows at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. Oh, I do remember that one. That's a good one to have. Keep them at bay. Claws. Very close. Cost 25 recovery 3. Claws I'm not gonna do simply because claws I want to keep them at bay. 190 blood, which means I can keep more blood for healing. Let's see if I don't get it. Cost 25 stamina, recovery 3 seconds. This one costs 20 stamina and has a 5-second recovery. Okay, cast the shadow. You know what? I'll cast it at their feet. I'll cast the shadow at their feet. I'll just keep them at distance that way. So it won't harm me to only harm them. Oh, I'm level 3 now. Nice. Can I get anything else? Probably not. What's it? That also costs 300. 300, 300, 300, and 300. Okay, anyways, let's read about what this is. Shadow Mist. Excuse me. The vampire concentrates shadows around their prey to make them explode after a countdown. This explosion will injure anything in range with needle-like living spears. Vampires often use this ability to wipe out groups of enemies from a distance. They think they can challenge us with their tools, but no one can defeat the shadows. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have fun with this one. Confirm, hard confirm. Okay. So we've got shadow distance and blood regen. We play in the pacifist game. We don't really want, like, you gotta make the game harder, but like I'm not trying to kill everyone I see.
In my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Also, when you, if I remember correctly in this game, you're gonna have to when you lay down in the bed to rest, it does heal everything. But if I remember correctly, I believe it progresses the story. So don't go lay on the bed until you unless you're like fully ready. You know, spend as much time awake as you can. Everything regens and heals. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Anyways, player position, main quest. Like, look at this. This is, oh no, like that art. Anyways, look at this. This is Britain as fuck. We got the River Thames. We got Southwark, which we are, and we got to get here to reach the North Bank. Identify and confront the vampire who created me. Night is here again. I'm in London now, somewhere near the East End docks, I suppose. I don't know this part of town. All I know is someone is killing people here, murdering them, butchering them, drinking their blood, making them like him. Is this what happened to me? My poor Mary, my poor sister. I must follow the blood trail, find answers. Maybe I should start by gathering information about what happened to this place while I was away. Then I will find who did this to me, who made me what I am now. Okay, that is our current mission. Wait, does this play anything? What is this? That is very loose. Uh, let's see. That just had an animation. Does it not? Okay, it doesn't. It's just me. Whew. Thank you, weed. Okay. Um. Okay, triangle for my offhand, main hand square. L1 for blood regen. R1 for shadows. Can I do any of this in the house? No, I can't. Can't take out any weapons in home. Okay. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Also, even though I don't want to kill, I just remember there are some people in this game who I will be killing because they're absolute shit. Oh. Oh dear.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Absolutely. Broken ass stairs.
Here's
Oh
the leech.
shit.
Here!
They saw me go into here? Shadow teleport. That's a nice skill to have.
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
Can I go here yet?
It's locked, all right.
Clever fucking beasts.
I won't attack you unless you attack me, guys. Which means if my life gets too low, then your life is forfeit. I want you to understand this. What is this? A used stake. Offhand weapons can be used by pressing triangle. They have attack special effects and consume stamina. Okay. Shelter key. Anything about this key in particular? Key of the shelter in Southwark. Got the diary. Let's see. Weapons. We have a one-handed weapon. I use machete. Didn't I get a... Okay, offhand. Okay. Stake. Gotcha. Okay, and let's see then. What are the controls for what again? I can't remember. Square, main hand, offhand, triangle. How do I use my gun? Is my gun... Oh, I think that can be either a main hand or offhand weapon. So that is the machete. Machete stake. How much damage for each again? Let's see. 45. And we got 10 stun. Sounds nice. Okay.
I'm still in smoke. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Yep.
I cannot enter.
Yep. Cool with that. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, you fucking. Okay, press triangle to use your stake and inflict stun damage. Die, vermin! Okay, press X to bite him. Okay, fuck you.
The strength I never knew I had.
There we go. We've also got autophagy, which is the L1. Okay.
Over there!
Okay, you know what? Oh, there's a stun meter. Yes. Drink. How much does this heal? Okay.
Shit, that leech is fast!
I'm not fast, you're just very slow. And give me your blood. It's gonna drain you. That's all I'm gonna do, buddy.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Nice. So we're just gonna stun. Oh! You know what? Yeah, no, fuck out of here. Enjoy that. Okay, yeah, drink your blood. Drink. Get our blood up. Gotta watch that. Okay.
My strength.
No need to heal yet.
My reflexes.
Okay.
I'm not human anymore.
Nope. But you're pretty badass, buddy. Also, what I love about vampires is their fashion sense. Fun fact with vampires, did you know that when they dress in their capes and shit, it's not because they want to look like douchebags, it's because they're usually nobility, and nobility means high fashion. So they weren't being assholes, they were just being stylish. Vampires are stylish, meaning a vampire today would probably dress how I do because I'm kind of flashy. Not, you know, I'm not gaudy, but I'm pretty fashionable. You know, I won't call myself flashy, I don't like to be flashy, but I'm fashionable. So yeah, modern vampires are just kind of fashionable, you know, or they'd also go ahead and dress, whatchamacallit. Okay, join the ranks, your king and country needs you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. But yeah, no, they would actually dress pretty stylish. Like you'd see them dressing like Idris Elba and like anyone else you'd see on like GQ and Vogue magazines and such. Your king and country needs you. Join the blank and help the... Okay, gotcha.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, Someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
So fun fact about a vampire's first feeding, when it happens, it just happens. It can't really control it. I know in the stories, you know, heroes give the vampires a lot of shit for what they do, but like legit, they don't. Oh, what's this? Money. Wait, was that a... I can eat the vamps? I can eat the
I
rats?
can't believe I'm doing this.
Yo. I like that. I like this. I like this.
This is
In some vampire novel I read, it was about the fact that human blood is best suitable for well, pretty much vampires. It's not that they get the memories, but they get like the kind of characteristics of the creatures that they eat. So vampires that would drink human blood would be like more rational, but if they would drink the blood of like animals, they'd start to go fucking insane because it's not super compatible with them. Just love vampires.
It's locked, all right.
I love them so much. Vampires are so cool.
It's
Werewolves
locked.
are cool too. I just like horror. Oh, this is blood vision, I guess. L3 does this. Does this show me what I can transport it? No, but it just looks cool. Oh, this game looks cool.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Yep.
I cannot
Also, I
enter.
like how in like a lot of vampire lore too,
It's
not
locked.
every vampire has the same abilities. Like not every vampire can, you know, like transfer into the shadows. And tell me put it like that. Excuse me. Not every vampire can, you know, turn into a wolf. Not every vampire can turn into a bat. You know, different vampires have different abilities, and seeing as how they're magical creatures, you know, it makes sense that, and they're also people. It makes sense they have different abilities. I don't know, maybe I'll go back to writing that vampire comic because I had some plans for it, but just someone threw away my art book for it when I was in high school and I got really depressed. Like someone didn't throw it away, they stole it. When I was in like 9th or 10th grade, somebody stole my art book with all of my comic designs in it. And since then I've found it difficult to draw because someone just stole my work. Like they didn't steal and rip it off, they just stole the
London
book.
have to say to me?
So
I've so many questions unanswered.
I'd like to get back into it, but we'll see. Maybe I will, because it's a good story to tell. I just need to have, you know, maybe things in my life be a bit more stable before I can move on to that.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a
I'm
mausoleum?
gonna take a sip, so I'll be different now.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Yep, blood vision.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Oh, look, oh shit. Nice. I like this texture, this effect. I like how it glows too. That's great. I like this game. This is a very nice indie game. I really hope this studio made more games that I can like get into, because I kind of want to buy and support them. This is just a really good idea. And if this was a one-man indie project, good job, bro. You did great. Or ma'am, you did great. Okay. Blood vision says progress to somewhere. My vision says fuck around and explore, because that's what your boy likes to do. Oh? Nice. We got a screw, we got some grease. Nice, nice, nice. Some good old craftables. So I just had this like image of like, or this like jingle for Kraft mac and cheese in my fucking brain. City blank U, life saved by efficient medical aid is a bullet struck at the blank of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Okay. I wonder if they had like proper surgery in this time period, because I think this isn't Victorian, but I want to say like late 19th century, because they have guns. And I'm pretty sure I had guns in the Victorian era too. Okay, I'm getting a bit too far. I don't know where I am. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to progress. But yeah, you know, like I wonder. I know that blood transfusion has been a thing for a while. Like, but like, when was there proper organ transplants? I don't think there were back then. I know in war the best I could do is just get the bullets out and stuff like that. But like, follow
There's
the
no
blood
one in
trail.
sight.
Yep. Is it up here? Huh. That was a bunch of blood too. Follow the killer's trail.
Where has everyone gone?
Doesn't say what it is. Might be a werewolf. I think werewolves exist in this game. Can't remember. Oh. Oh, nice. Yeah. I like this stuff. Can I teleport up there? Oh, it's hands. Nope, that's not a vampire. Wait, okay. So I can teleport from. Okay, it's pretty far, but it was pretty close. A new hideout is available. Nice. So before we do the hideout, we're gonna dip back into the streets. No wait, that's progress. I actually want to get back up here now. Okay. Yeah, because pretty much they also have what's called vegetarian vampires in some stories, where like a vegetarian vampire, there you go, that's better, but a vegetarian vampire is like a vampire that doesn't eat humans. So you would have that as like they would just eat animals, but in those stories though, vampires aren't okay. Hideout. You find a new hideout. Here you can spend your XP while resting or craft items at the workbench. Cool. Okay. Oh, that is. Oof. That is a blinky blink. Okay, and that would be a save point. Let's see. Okay, refill all. Refill all. Yeah, refill my bullets that I don't have ammo for. At this craft table, can I do anything with anything? On a workbench, you can craft medical treatments to heal sick citizens, serums to boost yourself, and weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. Okay. Treatment for sepsis. No. Fatigue, anemia. No. Anything for my... Can I upgrade you with anything? Oh, I do need things. To a level 2. Okay. No. I have none of those. What about my R2? I can recycle you into parts, and I can recycle you into parts. I'm gonna recycle. Probably should have sold that watch, but I'm gonna recycle into parts. Although I could probably have bought better weapons now that I think of it. What you got in here? Common handle parts. Common trigger parts. Nice. Okay. How about now? Nope. Nope. Oh, I need a glass vial. I have the ferrous. Okay, I can heal someone's fatigue soon. Okay. How about now? Nope. And definitely not. Definitely. And oh, I have a spring. Okay, and I can heal this soon. So I just need 2 more common trigger parts. Okay, cool. What about you? Common handle, lead plate. Yeah, it's gonna be a while since I can upgrade you. Okay, follow killer's trail. Yeah, nice. Gonna do that before I save. I think I'm pretty. Oh no, wait. Crap. I gotta do my abilities.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
I'm trying to get back up there, but yeah, I need to upgrade my blood abilities. Let's see. Will laying down make me save, or... Oh, no, I don't have to sleep. I can upgrade my abilities. Hopefully it doesn't put me to bed. I hope not. Let's see. So I have body condition to increase my health, increase my stamina. So I can be tanky, or I can have more stamina. I can also increase how much blood I can use for my attacks, how much blood I absorb, which is low, but I don't need that right now. My regeneration and my biting. Bite and combat. You know, I'm gonna be using a lot of blood abilities, so I'm gonna increase my bite because this is pretty fair. I'm a vampire, and I'm gonna be using a lot of abilities that I'm gonna need to recharge. No cancel. We shall confirm. Oh, that's right. When you upgrade your abilities, it puts you to bed. See the following night. It's the save system here. Oh, we're at a level 4. So let's get this guy, and then we'll level up more. And of course, you know, let's say I use my blood abilities, which I can't, but I will in combat. Oh.
At last, a little life.
Oh, they're gonna just let this guy come in here? Like this?
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
A lot of questions with no questions about why you asking so many.
Who is this man?
Video game logic.
What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman.
I like this drunk man.
Convenient
He's pretty
answer
fun.
for every crime
Just
that
see me
happened
making
for
love to this
decades.
bottle. That's a good
You
line.
murdered someone.
That's a good
Blame
line.
the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
It didn't deserve this.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started.
So, same thing.
Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say
This game gives a lot of
it's the
lore.
sewer
Like,
dog
they
coming
talk
out
for a
to
while,
feed.
but it's a good talk. It's good
But
content.
now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's everybody in the bar. No one else to talk to. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's how much XP you'd give. Oh, you got fatigue. Okay. And her blood is healthy. Hers is only 15. 250 though. Or 2500. And 530, but if I heal you, you know, we might do a villain run of this, honestly. I think I might do a peaceful run and then villainy.
For you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word.
Dude, that's what a cross does? Damn. It's not like he chose to be like this either. He's probably a Christian when he got turned too.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
That's pretty damn strong. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a genocide run of this. I can already tell. I'm gonna fucking murder everybody.
And who...
Oh, wait. Oh, 6,000. Oh, Dr. Edgar Swansea. Well, now I know who he is.
might you be?
Yeah, you
Tell
first.
me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Oh.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
That's pretty good.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Yeah,
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Okay. Yeah, what do you know
What
about
have you
that?
uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
You know what? I think even the passive should be like, you turn me into a monster, I gotta
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Oh. Should I have not said that? Well, okay, track the killer, interrogate the locals. I did do that. I'm just gonna rob you now, good buddy. I can't drink you yet. You probably level 6. Wet boots boys. What? Oh, that's right, that's a gang. We got gangs in these London streets. Gang.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Interrogate the locals. I did all that already. I did already talk to everyone.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Yeah, I did ask.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people,
I'm trying
sir.
to skip
That's
past.
what my job's about.
Okay. So.
Goodbye, Mr.
nothing.
Watts.
Okay, what about you, buddy?
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Fuck. Damn, dude.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
That was I asked for help and I just get roasted. Damn.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Okay. Wait, why is my phone not on vibrate? Sorry. Just discovered a hint of a secret to a citizen or someone related to them. Gotcha. That's some good... Oh, it wouldn't let me press X. I couldn't press anything. Okay. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The human blood indicates the XP you will learn if you feed on the citizen. Unlocked hints increase the amount of XP. Okay. So we got Tom Watts here. Don't know what this is for. That's mesmerism, I think. Don't know what that does. Okay, but Tom and Will Bishop used to be good friends. Okay. Gotcha. You have fatigue. Got a cure with that. Social circle, no relationships. Okay. You, yeah, fuck
you
buddy.
again.
You
What can I do for you?
Okay, as a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information. Thanks to a hint you have discovered.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Okay. Inspect the boats.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Yeah, you're cool. You're an asshole, but you're cool. Isn't that the best type of asshole? Someone that's an asshole, but they're cool about it.
To see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Gang, gang, wet boot gang. Gang, 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 gang. Okay. Now I gotta get to the docks.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Wait, we're gonna do a little bit more exploration. I wanna see if I can get more money. No, that's empty. Okay, don't know if I can go into there. I think there's only one hideout here. I think this is where I was going before. Yeah, it definitely is because I recognize that poster. And
it's locked.
Okay. I think I have to unlock. So there's like levels to this. I don't remember how they work, but
I will return later.
oh, the house is empty. Oh, yep, because I gotta talk to NPCs and such for shit around here. So, boats. Boats McGee. Fine. Is there boats at the docks? Yeah, that's the boat. Okay. I like how he's just here in these dirty ass clothes. Everyone's like, it's okay, buddy. Wait, where am I supposed to be at? Inspect the boats. I'm inspecting said boats. Maybe this boat? That's full of light and... oh shit.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note.
Okay. Truant orders. 30th October from G. McCullum to Dock Patrols. Object, multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast. Purge it and quickly. Warning. According to recent experts, this vampire is very violent. Approach it with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of time, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the leech, brothers!
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
That's all gin? Yep, that's right. Gin is the poor man's drink. It's
there are blood splats on the other side of the canal.
But I still like it.
I must reach that barge.
Do I teleport? Yep, teleport. Okay, don't know if there's a specific spot I have to stand, so anytime I see blood, I don't know where to go. Damn, that's a nice shimmer. Damn. That is a shimmer. Oof, that looks good. And the blood here looks like paint. And oh. Oh, that's a fight. We gonna have a fight. We gonna have a fight. Let me level up real quick though. I'm at level 4 right now. Let me go back to my little mini hideout. Let me level up as much as I can, because afterwards I'm not gonna want to level up this game, because when you level it up to a specific point, you start to miss out on like story stuff. And oh, the turquoise total. Even got a little compass. I like that design. Very fancy, mate. Very fancy. So what am I gonna get next is my 300. Because since we're gonna be playing a pacifist run and not killing a bunch of people, it's gonna get kind of difficult. We're gonna have limited XP, very limited XP. So what do I want to get next? So we have bites for faster regen. Increase the damage inflicted. We could have increased health, stamina or endurance, blood, and blood absorption. So this is increase the amount of life, and this is increase the amount of blood I get. Oh wait, what about my defense? I never looked at those. Okay, blood barrier. You create an invisible barrier absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. 2 seconds control. You will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Ooh. Okay. Dang. This costs nothing? Oh, that costs 600. Can't get that yet. That costs 600 as well. Jeez. And 1,000. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. You know what? I think I'll increase my health. Just to make me kind of tanky. Because I feel like the tank build is going to be a good build here. Okay. Confirm that. And then we go to Betty Bye. Okay. So, wait, still no bullets for my gun, right? Still no gun bullets? Do I have bullets now? Oh. Okay, machete. So offhand weapon would be revolver. Reliable with service pistol used by British troops as their standard sidearm. Okay, can't do shit for you yet. Okay. So triangle. Okay, and I can swap between them. Okay, so what about this? Well, I can't do anything, huh? Okay. Alright, well I can't do anything unless I'm in combat, it seems. I'm cool with that. Yeah, take my stamina. Let's go. That'll come back anyways. Yeah, like, look how fast that comes back. Like, oh? That was new. Okay. You know what? Huh? I think I just have to attack you to get rid of it. Okay. That was easy. Yeah, that was incredibly easy, not gonna lie. Wow. Okay, range weapons. Press triangle to use your range weapons and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Be aware that
ammunition crate.
Okay.
Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Uh-huh. Okay, I got it. Oh. Well, I have this, but I'm gonna switch my standard. I'm gonna switch my... You know what? Now I'm gonna save these bullets, so we're gonna keep close range, because we can stun.
That's the find it. And find it fast. It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Oh dear. Wow, that's easy. Oh gosh. Sound glitch sounds so terribly for me. Like, look at this. Look at that. That is ridiculously easy. I'm not trying to kill a bunch of people though. But maybe they just meant like actually like, oh, okay. The resistances are 2 guns. Okay, so wait, you're resistant to guns. You're resistant to guns. So I'll just hit you both with shadow and blood attacks. Okay, because I can actually, I can tell. The face one is shadows, the drop is blood, the crosshairs are bullets, obviously, and the cross blades are melee. So I'm just gonna hit you both with blood, and that'll take care of you. Can I jump? Is there a jump? No, there is not. Okay, that's cool. Just had to ask. So where y'all hide? Okay. Press L3 to thought enemies around and display the enemy cards. I just did that. Okay. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. Yada da da. I just explained this. Orange. Oh, well, orange indicates a medium resistance. Red indicates a high resistance. So, gotcha. So you're resistant. Okay. Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna want to hide those. Oh, I guess green is. Oh, I guess the number is how difficult it would be to fight them too. Interesting. Okay. So you would be right there, right, buddy? Cool. Oh, how about this?
burn it, boys!
Yep. Come on. See, let me just. Yep. Autophagy. Yep. No. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you get drunk now. You are going to be used to get all my blood back. Yeah, that's all you use for a blood bag. And one more. And after this, he's dead. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's how that was down. Oh, what's this? Shotgun showing a common handle part. Nice. Did you drop anything? Nope. Oh dear. Homie just blended in with the geometry. Okay. Nice. Y'all really love killing vamps, but I'm pretty sure the type of people that are best suited for this job are people who are slight sociopaths.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Oh yeah, no, I'm murdering every last one of you guys. There is no question about it. What are you weak to? Cool. Just gonna hit you a couple times with a shit.
There's one of them vermin.
Yep. Take that. Yep. Yep. Oh my gosh. That was pityingly easy. Burn a used horror. Shoddy too hotty. We almost got enough common trigger parts. Definitely have enough springs. A sawn-off shotgun. Most can use a short-range defensive weapon. That's a sawed-off. I don't know about y'all, but that's a whole sawed-off, buddy. I like that. Wait, oh, those are rats. Blood refills. Okay, so how many of you are there down here? There's 2. Okay. I'll just beat the shit out of both of you, honestly. Or just do this.
It ain't kill it! Filthy pieces!
Yep,
Watch out!
Homie about to. And I can shoot. Woo! Let me just bite you and just and that's how we finish up that, boys and girls. Did anybody drop any good loot? There's one more person? Okay, well, you know, what else? New practices, new tactics. Okay. I know that some of our companions consider that the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day. Thus, we can hunt them down when they hide powerless in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever, and they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much men and too much time to exploit and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they really are vulnerable, when they hunt at night. It is much easier to attack them then, for they can easily be spotted. That's why the God of Prywin was evolved, and deploy new tactics to hunt leeches. Small and mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advantages, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in France. New strategy, new equipment, and new weaponry. Grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests, and flamethrower. It's time for the Guard to embrace the 20th century. From A New War by Jeffrey McCullum, Prywin leader. Okay. They're saying get some guerrilla tactics out here because it's a war. I like that. Shows the commitment they have to killing, what do they call me? A leech. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak up on you and drain you, buddy. Too bad I can't get like fatalities. That would be awesome. Oh, what's this? Shillings. Thank you for the money. Yeah, you're just about to be
over there.
Yep. Okay. And everyone dies. Oh, I thought it meant kill everyone like the townsfolk. Rats and hideouts. Rats are often located near hideouts. Using sensors will help you hit them more easily. Nice. Good to remember. If I find rats, I'll find a save point. What's this?
It's locked.
Yep, I see the rats. I see the rats. Okay, great. I can leave now, thank you. Only bad thing about this, it doesn't really allow me the mobility I want all the time. Okay. Shit.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it.
Can I take whatever this is?
So strong it makes me dizzy.
A lead rod. I just take one? Fuck.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
No. I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. Must have more.
Is that an axe?
Not again.
Ooh, it's a used scythe. Equip a two-handed weapon and press triangle to use a special ability. The scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage if timed correctly. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to start using this scythe now. Oh, you're a main hand weapon. I see. Use machete and a scythe. 99. Attack speed goes down, stamina goes up. How much stamina it uses? Oh dear. This is very slow. I'm gonna keep my machete then in that case. I'll only use you when enemies like to rush in. Oh wait, power and mesmerize level. Oh, I was right about that. Great. Okay. Wait, can I buy any ultimates? No, I have to go to the hotel room to see. Oh, the whatchamacallit to see.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
What the fuck?
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, there you are, buddy. Oh shit. So you stay there. You take this. Because that's what you're weak to. Okay. Nice. Big boy hits. Just gonna run around and hit you with another one of these. Good work, good work. This. Okay. Okay, just gotta stun you. Oh god. Ooh. Heal. Oh yeah, he's done. Used bludgeon. Okay, not gonna read about that because we know what it is. What's up, priest?
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
That's Sabrina? No, that's not Sabrina.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please. I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Good idea. Learn more about... Damn. Oh shit. Oh gosh.
It's locked, all right.
So I don't remember seeing this last time I played. Like, I looked at it, but not in detail. Holy shit, did he do this? This looks like torture. Did they torture vampires here? Oh gosh. I'd rather he did it, honestly, because if they did this to vampires, then the guard kind of needs to be stopped, you know? Like, look at this. The fuck is this? This is just an assortment of bones. If it's one of the tales where being a hero means that you have to become darker than the villain, then that's terrible, honestly. And it just shows that I need to murder the guard every chance I can. I didn't want to kill people, but if they're doing this to
creature
enemies,
can't be my maker.
yeah.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Skull. Let's see. People. Oh wait, Sean Hampton. Okay, he's a pillar of the community out here. Okay, investigations. Which would be, investigations are just side missions, honestly. That's all those are. And you can do as many as you want. You just gotta be, you know, of course, careful, because they start to go up in difficulty, and they're also not all available all the time. So, like, yeah, it's just a whole thing. I'm not gonna bother trying to refill my blood. This is a cutscene that's probably gonna be refilled soon anyways. Also, after this, I'm gonna probably go on a break after this cutscene and grab a bite to eat. I'll be back. I'll just stay on camera on my lunch, just like last time. Okay. Steam engine, nice. So, Doc, any lore?
Where are we headed?
Okay.
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself. Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Of course. Can't do shit else.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I hate when it cuts out like that. The audio? Yeah, I don't know if it's just like a bad connection for the Elgato or what. It's really weird. Don't know why it gets all glitchy like this either.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned. Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Okay. Any extra cutscene blood? 10. Okay. District status healthy.
Come on, you boss. You can do better than that.
Oh?
Nah. It's my turn.
Hey. Hey. Oh dear.
Rotten bureaucracy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
So you want to explain to me what just happened?
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
How about you explain?
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Okay, indicates how much XP you obtain from a citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP I get. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them and get them outside from others. Mesmerized level must be equal or higher than the citizens. I don't want to drink him though. Okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
I'll pray into the shadows. Don't you hear this music too? How ominous and shit it is? It's pretty nice. I'm not sure volume's on yet. This is pretty nice. Okay, and then I give him Embrace or Release. Embrace Clay Cox release. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but beware there'll be consequences. Learning more about citizens, collecting their hands from increased experience gained. So, I'm gonna press X. We're gonna release you, because I don't know the full story if that was self-defense or you just being a dick.
Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Yep. If you can explain to me why you killed him, I will absolutely, depending on the answer, kill you or not kill you. It depends.
Did I black out? Whoa, I feel giddy.
Okay. Alright, that's how I said I was gonna go grab food, so I'm just gonna put this on pause here, take off the webcam, and I'll be back to munch. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, family made this like seafood boil for dinner, and I'm vegetarian, so I couldn't have it. But they did have like potatoes and corn, which I did eat, very seasoned. And they made like a chicken and shrimp Alfredo with the same seasonings that they used from the boil. And honestly, it's really good with yellow rice too. Yeah, very carb heavy, but it's fucking delicious. Not gonna probably complaining about
It
that.
is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
So, does killing the Ferwin men not do anything? Like, if I decide not to eat someone, I can still let them go. I can still go back and drink them later. I hope. Excuse me, and this is locked, of
It's
course?
locked.
Excuse me. Y'all still on the steps? Nope, y'all got the fuck out of my way. That music. Influenza, frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any case of Spanish flu, stay at home. Okay.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh shit. Yeah, let's investigate the hospital first. Let's enter the Pembroke Hospital. You know what? Let me fight these things actually, cause if I can at least. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I need my blood back. I'm sorry, you gotta die. Drink, kill. Kill. Come on. Nice. Oh, doing that doesn't give me holy shit. They're both level 6. Oh! Okay, might not be ready for this just yet. Oh shit, another level 6. Patient or dead body? Oh shit. Shit. Nice, nice. Okay, gotta beat you up though. Bomb with the formula. Okay, and push you off with the blood. Okay, doable. I get like no XP. Okay, I get like I get like 5 XP for that. Nah, bro. Also, I'm coming back here later when I'm stronger. Like, as much as I want to drink all these guys, I guess pause. Pause. Yeah, before I drink these people, I gotta, you know, let me just update. Oh, what's happening to the audio? Ooh. Is that doing that for you guys? It's just me. The audio, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's starting to like go like scratchy at certain moments. It's really weird. The music stopped. Patience. You look
Doctor,
nice.
where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Bitch.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit.
Bitch, you can
I'll
apologize.
ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Don't Never talk
Dr.
to me like
Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door. Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Okay. That's Clay, and who's this?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna finish eating. Let me finish eating, hopefully so I'm not doing this on stream, and then I'll be back, alright? Hey, I'm back. Gotcha. What's going on here?
myself again. Okay. Okay, great. Now I can't hear myself again. Wait, hold on. Now I can hear it. Okay, great. Works again. Stupendous. Okay. And can I hear myself in the chat? Can I hear myself? Now I can hear it. Okay, great. Works again. Stupendous. And I can hear myself. Great. Okay, we're back. So, find office on 2nd floor. Right. Due to influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please go back home. That's depressing. I guess that's what hospitals, some of them look like at the beginning of the outbreak.
What a blundering idiot.
Let's talk to people and get more XP.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to...
Why the breakiness? I need to install that thing. I have like a Twitch royalty-free sound thing for audio, but I'm not gonna use that until I get a better computer.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, you guys heard all that. Sorry. My bad. I get that.
I had some meat in my mouth from that pasta, and yeah, it wasn't so well. And on that note, I think that's a good time to end tonight's stream. I'm just gonna go to my room, just gonna get more materials, gonna do some more exploring, and that'll be on Friday. Because now that I have the audio up, I can go back to doing my regular stuff. Some stairs. Also, I just love the Victorian look of this thing. It's really great. Very 19th century London. Very pretty. Office, 2nd floor. Last available room, they said. This is this operating room. Used hacksaw. Is this a weapon? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, let's see then compared to this. 15, 15, 15, 20. 65, 10. Oh, it's, ooh. Attack speed, it's not as fast, or is it faster? Huh. this is me. Okay.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Nice, give me them
Relegated
points.
to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
What we got in here? Okay, just a lot of food out there. Sorry, heartbeats, whatever you want to call them. Food, heartbeats, same diff. Okay. Okay.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Can I water it? Okay. So, crafting. First need to analyze the components. Anemia. No, no, no. Don't have enough for anything. Okay. Cool. Okay. Analyze components. She found to unlock new recipes. Oh! Here we go. Components. Analyze. Okay. Light regeneration serum. Ooh. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Sounds nice. Watery, sturdy blood sample, ferrous tartrate, and a glass vial with sodium hypochlorite solution. Okay. This stuff sounds legit. Don't think I can upgrade you. Can't upgrade. Can't upgrade. Remember last time I played, I was a big fan of the scythe. Can I break down stuff though? And if I get it and don't want to use it, can I break it down? I hope so. Recyclable. Nope.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Oh, he wrote a lot. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Dear Jonathan, I've asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. If you believe me, I've studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured, I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you, these dark times we are all presently facing. Okay. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Ekon in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me.
I have so much time now.
Yeah, immortality be like that. You don't die unless you stop feeding, you kill yourself, or someone kills you. Okay, we got 705 blood right now. Stamina, could use it. Don't need to increase my blood. I could also get one of these. Coagulation. Lock their blood, making them defenseless. Takes 20 seconds to recover. Takes 30 seconds to... Oh, it can absorb one hit. I see. Wait, what about my ultimates? I can't get any of those yet? Oh, these are level 10s. Okay, gotcha. Which one? Okay. Blood barrier. Okay, blood barrier. And... it's easy to kill something that can't move. What is this? You can hurt my body, but only if you catch me. Damn, which one should I pick? I know my chat is empty. I just wish it wasn't right now, because this would honestly be great to have some opinion on what's to grab. Increase the damage. No. These require... Oh! Oh, I can do this. Oh. What about my autophagy? I can increase my bite, so regeneration. I get 10% more health, so I'll take that for the healing aspect. Endurance. I could do with more stamina. I could do with a bit more. Yep. Okay.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete,
okay,
I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Okay. So on this note, I'm pretty sure the game is saved. Well, I'm actually just gonna stop and just make sure, because otherwise I have to redo all this shit again. You know, let's just return to main menu. Because it should have saved. It should have saved. Excuse me. Let's see. Because we just slept, so that should have saved. If nothing is saved, I'm going to cry. Okay. Good. Okay. Wow, so we've been playing for about 2.5 hours. Nice. Okay. So on that note, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's stream. It's been a blast. Just it's time for me to get the fuck to sleep. It's like 12:30 here. My mom is in town, and I'm planning to hang out with her. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You guys have a great night. Thank you again for joining. I'm Oso. Peace out.